I mean, there are days that I do give up, and those days make me super sad. I call my mum crying, like, I don't want to do anything apart from sleep. Narcolepsy has changed my whole life. Excessive daytime sleepiness is what I think it defines as. They say that people with narcolepsy feel like if a normal person was not to sleep for 48 hours and then just be put in a working day. That's how I feel every single day. If 4 years ago you were to put me in this position now and tell me, by the way, in 4 years you'll have to sleep 8 times a day, you won't really be able to sit down and have lunch, dinner or breakfast without falling asleep, I'd be like, there's no point in living. I don't want to live. The narcolepsy has changed my life. I don't really go out and socialise that much in the evening. I get very paranoid, or I suppose I get very panicky if friends invite me out, because I want to go and experience that sort of stuff with them, but I'm so scared that I'm going to fall asleep. I can't get an office job. I wanted to do interior design at university. I couldn't even finish school. I can't even sit and have a meal without struggling. I've had boyfriends I'm out for dinner with and I would start doing something weird and he really was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, made me feel so small. I've had boyfriends in the past actually who have broken up with me because of it. I would say Maikel's one of a kind in the way that he deals with what I've got.
I first met Annabelle when I was on a skiing holiday in 2014. We went out for some pizza that evening with a big group and came home, and then my brother Nick said, "Did you notice that blonde girl just falling asleep all the time?" And we were like, "Oh, she must have been so wasted," and Jesus, that's weird. The day after I saw her in the upper ski bar again and I was like, "How drunk were you last night? Like, you just kept falling asleep." And then it's just like, well, actually that's not just the alcohol.
And then when you said that you Googled it and it was like such all bad videos and everything, and then I just said, just get to know me, and I trust me, it's not like that.
That one time we were in Paris and people were just staring, kind of, you were some circus act.
Yeah.
That was one moment where I was really close to step in. So when Belle's drifting into an episode, I can kind of notice that straight away, because one moment we're talking about something and she's quite lively, and then the other moment she's just kind of gone and she'd be talking about a complete new subject and doesn't really know what she's saying. We used to watch films together and sometimes the series, but it's not really fun because she's just asleep most of the time. So now I never watch a series with her anymore. So if she doesn't have this sleep, she'll keep fighting and fighting and fighting, but she won't snap out of it. So it's good for her to be safe and have a sleep. I think she's always quite sharp when she wakes up. It's like, just wakes up and how long was I gone for is always the first question. What time do you guys need to go? What time do you guys need to go?
Like yours time?
It's 4:05. What time you want to go?
I need to go at 20 past. I need to get changed. Nice little power nap. How long did I sleep for?
10.
Oh, nice. I needed just that little, and just 10 minutes, and I'm just back now. So I'm just packing my stuff now, actually going back to the UK. I'm really excited and going to see my mum. I discovered I had narcolepsy when I was 17. I said to my mum, like, I sleep really well at night and I'm still falling asleep in the day. Can I go to the doctors? This one I look like Genie. I remember we were like, what is narcolepsy? I remember you saying, is there a cure? And the doctor was like, it will only if it actually just get worse. At school there were a few people in lessons that would tap each other. They would be like, they would film me. My friends have drawn on my face like countless times. Actually the teachers were the worst because the amount of times they've been like, Belle, what were you doing last night? Belle, maybe don't go out so late. Actually a teacher threw a pen at me once and they were like, don't fall asleep in my class. Am I that boring? So that's actually why I left school.
My biggest concern was leaving you alone. Are you going to fall asleep in a sort of dangerous situation?
Yeah, because I fell asleep that
worst.
one time when you were in France and I had that really bad hallucination and I called you crying my eyes out.
The biggest scare is the hallucinations, thinking that there's somebody stood outside her bedroom, there's somebody coming in her bedroom, there's somebody holding her down, and when you're not there, it's very scary because is there somebody actually in the house? Is there somebody going into her bedroom? Because she really does believe that there is somebody there. Everyone worries about their children, it's quite a natural thing. Less so now because Maikel is an absolute huge support.
When I'm in the gym and I'm doing running or high intensity stuff, that's when I feel most amazing and I thought I'd want to be a personal trainer.
Okay, let's go. Make sure you stretch when you get to the top. 6, 5, 4.
After I've always done exercise class, I literally feel, it might sound a little bit cliche, but I just feel on top of the world. And I think that's because I know the extreme other end. I understand like some people are like, yeah, you feel good after exercise. But I'm like, you don't understand how great I feel. After I've done a class, instead of driving straight home, I normally just come in here and I take a quick nap. And these are really convenient. I don't actually know what they're used for exercise-wise, but I use them as a pillow. And then I grab one of these blankets. I suppose they knew I was coming when they built the gym. It's maybe only like 10 or 15 minutes, but everyone here completely understands and knows, and they're like, just Belle's in the yoga room sleeping, and it's completely normal. I don't think I could have got to where I am today without my mum and Maikel. I think those two are the two that really stand out. I will do everything I can to overcome every aspect that hits me of narcolepsy because I've got it, but it doesn't have me.